Hello, vinyl lovers. This is Patrick, the Vinyl Archivist, and this is going to be a video about the finds I made on my recent trip to Atlanta. There's a lot of records to get to, so I'm going to start really quickly and a few postal pickups at the end. I was in Atlanta for 6 days, and I hooked up with Luke and Deep Track Zach, and we spent a good chunk of Saturday looking at records, going to record store days, having a good time. Thanks to them. It was a wonderful time, and I've grabbed a lot of records. So without further ado, let's go. So this one came from CD Warehouse. This is the Ufo Phenomenon Reissue. It's 2 albums cut by Greg Moore at Final Tweak. And this has a concert from, I think, Cleveland in 74. But yeah, this was out of print. Now it's back in print, but I'll probably give it to somebody. I have a copy of this, but I wanted to grab it. This is the only early Bon Jovi album I didn't have. This is 7800 degrees Fahrenheit, U.S. pressing. I was excited to pick up a few things by this band, Mother's Finest. This is the live album. I think I got this from Zach at his store. I don't see these here very often. These kind of a funk rock band, multiracial. Really, really good band, but like I said, I never see them here. So I grabbed a few of these while I was in Atlanta. And this is River City, Anna Divina. This is a private press, kind of a prog band. Someone lent it to me a few years ago to record. And so I saw it. It was a couple of bucks, so I grabbed it. It's a good record. This is a blind buy. It's called The Forgiven. This is a kind of an alternative rock band it's like a private press. Haven't listened to this yet, but like I said, it was a couple of dollars, so grabbed it. Here is another Mother's Finest album. This is called The Mother Factor. Just finished cleaning all these. And here are the Stranglers, and this is Oral Sculpture. Not familiar. I mean, I know the Stranglers, but I'm not familiar with that album. And I picked this up. I didn't even know this existed. This is Steve Walsh, Black Butterfly. This came out in 2018. After Steve Walsh had pretty much said he was retiring and done. So I was surprised to see this. And it was like $10. So the 2 albums. So I said, I'll grab it. Love Steve Walsh. Not really a big MoFi guy, but this was like $30. Bob Seger and a Silver Bullet Band, Against the Wind. And I don't see this very often. And I'm sure I'll record it and flip it. But picked it up. I was going through my Yes albums, and I realized that I no longer had a copy of Going for the One, so I rectified that. This is the one that has the mastering. It says Sean and then Foon on the Dead Wax. They pretty much all say that. So I think all the pressings are pretty much the same. But another copy of Going for the One. I saw this record, and I've never ever seen a quad version of James Gang Miami. So it says Tommy Bolin in it. I like the album, so I grabbed it because I kind of collect quads. So there you have it. Then I picked up this Robin Ford, Talk to Your Daughter. Love that song. Love this album, and I never see it here. So that was an easy pickup for me. This is another band that I blind buy. It's called Stump a Fierce Pancake. It's a promo copy on Chrysalis. It's kind of an indie rock thing, I think. So like I said, it was a couple of bucks, and I said, all right, I'll pick it up. White label promo of Captain Beyond, Sufficiently Breathless. They were on Capricorn, and I was in Capricorn country, so no surprise to find that. I was very happy to grab that. Another band I don't see a lot here is New England, Self-Titled. They were managed by Bill O'Coin, who was Kiss's manager, and this was actually produced by Paul Stanley, I do believe. And it was produced by Mike Stone from Journey as well, and Paul Stanley. So New England, Self-Titled. Another Hendrix that I had to reacquire. This is the Cry of Love. This has Sterling RL and Dead Wax, which we all know means Mr. Robert Ludwig mastered it. Definitely the one to have. All right, still going. But I bought a lot of records. This is Toto, Old is New. This originally came out on their box set. This has old tracks with Jeff Porcaro that they re-recorded. I just listened to this. There's some really good songs on here. Probably the standout song for me is Devil's Tower. And so really, really like that. Here's another Mother's Finest, another Mother Further. Picked up a few of those. This was $2, and it's Paul Revere and the Raiders, Indian Reservation with a timing strip, 2i Columbia label. This was super clean. And probably tied for the pick of the score of the day. This is a white label promo of Captain Beyond's first album. That bad boy right there, white label promo. So that's kind of a grail for me. So now I have actually have promos of all 3 of Captain Beyond's albums. So I was happy to have that. This next album I picked up, I have a copy of this, so I'll probably figure out which one sounds better. This is Van Halen, 5150. This was like $12, I think, and that's pretty cheap for this record nowadays. Picked up another New England album, Explorer Suite. I think this might be the 3rd one, or it might be the 2nd. They had 3 albums, I do believe. And a few more to go of Atlanta finds. It's another Mother's Finest. I think this is the self-titled album. As you can see, I definitely tried to bulk up my Mother's Finest collection. This album, I got Todd Rundgren's Something Anything. This is a MoFi. I've never seen this one either. This is an Anadisc, meaning they're over 200 grams. So I'm curious to see how this sounds like. If it's not better than my white label promo, then I will probably be selling this to somebody. Another record that I found that I no longer owned that I wanted to pick up again, that was One Live Badger. This is the Roger Dean cover. Definitely kind of proggy, but the album after this thing is called White Lady is completely crap. So this is the only one to get, this Badger, One Live Badger. A Caravan album I was not really aware of. This is called The Album. I think it came out in 1980. It's still got Pi Hastings. I can't remember who else, but Richard Coughlin. David Sinclair's on keyboards. So, but I've never heard this one. So it was, I think it's a German pressing. So grab that one for $10. I got this Jimmy Barnes Freight Train Heart. This was in the dollar bin. It was like $3 bin at this one record store. Jimmy Barnes is an Australian singer, and it's got Jonathan Cain and Mike Stone produced it, and Neil Sean plays on it, and very Journey-like. Band I'm not familiar with, got it for the cover alone, Tender Fury. This is on a Posh Boy Records, which is I think is a private press, so we'll see what this sounds like. I have no idea, but I said it was in the $3 section, so I said I'm grabbing it. This one, the guy at the record store gave me for free. This is a Grand Hotel by Procol Harum. And this one I picked up as well, Broken Barricades. Never had this one. Another one I got from Zach. This is a U.S. pressing of Judas Priest Point of Entry. Did not have a U.S. pressing, so glad to have that. A few more. Found this UK pressing of Adamant Strip. Nice shape. Another Mother's Finest album. I think this one is the first album. I don't know what the other one was. But this is a promo. Got this from Zach as well. UK pressing of Adam and the Ants, Prince Charming. Robert Ludwig master disc of Accept Balls to the Wall. And got this from Zach too. Original green label, Grand Funk On Time. Super, super clean on this. I was very happy to find a clean copy of this. And something else that would qualify as the score of the day. This is Bead Game. Welcome. I've had this on my Discogs want list for years. It usually sells for over $100. This was listed as $30, and I got 20% off. I could not get it home fast enough, so I'm probably going to record this today after the auction. And last but not least, of the Atlanta picks up Rush, A Farewell to Kings. This is an original Skyline label, Jam F mastering. And this was like $12, and it was super clean, and I needed a clean copy of it. So that was that. So those were my Atlanta finds. Now I have really quick some stuff I got in the mail. I guess I've really almost completed my Adam and the Ants collection, because now I got Kings of the Wild Frontier. This is a UK pressing. Completed my Sundays collection. Had to re-get Sundays Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. This is a UK Parlophone. This just came in the mail. I have not heard it. It's the new Liam Gallagher, Come On You Know. Also just picked this up. This is David Crosby, Cross. I have not listened to this yet. Haven't even opened it yet or cleaned it. But I've heard really good things about this. I've heard a couple of songs. Sounds great. Finally got my Pete Townshend's Deep End Face to Face Record Store Day pressing. I love this show, and I'm glad to have this. Very excited. I don't think I showed this one yet, but this was a little. Got this a couple weeks ago. This is Toratora Wild America. I've been wanting to find a copy of this that wasn't super crazy expensive. This was still crazy expensive, but not as expensive as it has been going for. This is one of the hardest to find hair metal albums there is, and I just love this record and I love this band. Here's an album that really surprised me. I didn't even know it existed, but it's Mike Rutherford's first solo album, Small Creech Day. This is a really interesting record. I've spun it a couple of times, and I'm starting to wrap my head around it, but I really kind of like it. It's very kind of like, you can see what Mike Rutherford brought to Genesis musically by listening to this. It was very interesting. So got that one. Got a 12-inch single, UK, of Angel of Harlem. And last but not least, I have another Cry of Love 12-inch single. This one is Peace Pipe. It has this, Drive It Home. It has a song called Shade Tree, which is never released. And so I think I now have a complete set of the Cry of Love 12-inch singles. And that is it for me. Finally got that out of the way. So I'm having my Beatles auction here in about 20 minutes. So although by the time you see this, the auction will be over. But I hope everyone has a good Memorial Day weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.